All right, thanks. And we're live. I hope you can hear me. It's about 36 people watching the stream. So thanks for joining in to another AMA session. If I'm not mistaken, this is our third live stream. And I'm very happy to share our common successes in the past year, as well as highlight some of our key plans, and as well as address our recent challenges, which is the most important thing currently, and what a lot of you have been asking me. I hope you can hear me, and please bear with me because it's the first time I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Of course, big shout out to my team member Alina. She's now, and hopefully the chat is live. Will be moderating the chat and answering your questions. It's 2 a.m. where she's located. So yeah. I hope you can see me. But okay, the chat is unfortunately not live, but we have all your questions submitted. I have went through the questions. And of course, this is the most important part of this live stream. So the structure of this live stream would be that I'm going to be quickly highlighting some of our key achievements for 2023, talk about our main plans in Q1 2024. That is what we plan to do till the end of March, beginning of April. I will address the recent challenges that we had and what we are exactly doing in order to stabilize the situation. And of course, have the Q&A session answering all the questions you had. So the plan is to have the live stream for about an hour and a half. And yeah, last but not least, behind me, you can see our new warehouse where we moved in a couple of weeks ago. And we are very excited about that. It's a big step for us as we moved from just a very, very small warehouse of just around 2,000 square feet to a 6,000 square feet now. Okay, I'll put up some of the things that I want to talk about, and let's jump in to what we have been able to achieve together in 2023. It was an extremely eventful year for Supliful and our team, but I especially want to highlight moments that we are proud of, that we achieved together with all of you that are participating in this live stream. So we launched Supliful back in October 2021 with the sole goal to enable creators, entrepreneurs, digital marketers, and businesses to effortlessly launch skincare, supplement, or packaged food brands without any effort. Since launch, we have generated more than 10 million in revenue, meaning this is the amount of revenue in just 2 years that businesses on top of Supliful were able to generate. And we are extremely proud that one of you have been able to even build a 7-figure business on top of Supliful. And our mission in the next 2 to 3 years is to enable hundreds of these businesses and make sure that you can strive and succeed with your brands. As I mentioned, end of the year, behind me, you see our new warehouse. Currently, we have a shift change, therefore it's a bit empty. And it's also afternoon. So distribute a walkthrough video showing how the new warehouse setup looks like, so that you have a more inside view of what we are doing here. But last year, from our old warehouse, we were able to ship out 200,000 orders. And that was an extreme achievement for us, given the fact how we were operating and really pushing as much as we can out of that extremely small space where we were before. And of course, it was kind of a breakthrough year for us, because many of people from our community created multiple viral videos that put Supliful on the map and allowed us to have countless new users on board on the platform. And we welcomed over 100,000 new registered users that are looking to launch their own brands in supplements, skincare, or packaged foods. And all these achievements wouldn't be able to be created without your dedication, without your resilience, and of course your ability to stay together with us and push through multiple of those challenges that we also had throughout the past year. And we also have grown lately significantly our team. We are now 40 people, both in engineering, fulfillment, operations, to ensure that we can continue to support you throughout 2024. And we will continue to grow our team to make sure that we build the product that you can use efficiently and that you can scale your brands to 7-figure on top of our platform. And what is now the plan for 2024, first 3 months? Because we always got to grow. We always got to look forward what we want to achieve. And I want to ensure all of you that our team is extremely focused, dedicated, and motivated to make sure that Supliful grows 10 times what we did last year. So we want to enable brands to make at least 70 million in revenue. But in order to move closer to that goal, certain things need to be set in place. So our number one priority is to ensure that we have 72-hour fulfillment time, making sure that there are no stockouts for the product, and basically enabling the core value proposition that we've offered since the beginning, with which we have been struggling lately. But how we will achieve it? So number one, and most importantly, we are now in a bigger space, which means more of everything: more stock, more packing stations, more labeling stations, more people in the warehouse, more labels for just the printing. So we actually have physical space to store more stuff to meet the demand. We have been working very hard to significantly strengthen our team by adding more operational excellence to our fulfillment process, as well as product supply side. Experienced team members are joining this month with a knowledge in the consumer packaged goods space supply chains, as well as for multiple years being in the on-demand production industry. As well as we will significantly be growing our fulfillment team to make sure, again, that we meet these deadlines of fulfillment. Third, build, and we're already building a network of custom manufacturers, so that for each of our SKUs that we carry in-house, we actually have an alternative source to tap into that meets our quality standards and that pretty much would supply the same product in case there is a stockout situation. And just in the beginning of this year, we launched a beta version of our own inventory management system, which is expected to significantly improve the relationships with our suppliers, provide them visibility to our demand side, and have a common space for communication so that we don't lose time in email exchanges and just processes that were not efficient before this. We keep improving that system in the sense of having better algorithms that show us what type of amount of specific products we need to order to ensure that the demand and the growing demand is met. Our second priority is to grow our product catalog and grow it fast. If currently we're carrying about 80 products different in the catalog, but by the end of the March, we expect to have at least 160 products on the catalog. So most of you probably wondering why you're adding more products, you can't take care of the stock. So here's the thing. We have already unlocked skincare products. We launched 10 products beginning of the year, and just this week we launched another set of skincare products. And we are achieving this through production partner programs. And it means that we are installing our software, fulfillment processes, workstations at the manufacturer's plant, where they have direct access to the stock, where they apply and prepare your products to being shipped them to the end consumer. It means that we don't lose a lot of time in lead times to getting the products to our warehouse, and they can much quickly adapt in case there are spikes in orders. So with these partner programs, we will be scaling more our product offering in the coming months. Through these partner programs, we'll be mainly adding new categories, as I said, like skincare, pet care and pet supplements is a category that many of you have been asking that we plan to launch. And as well as we are going to be strengthening our supplement offering, both through sourcing products in-house, as well as through these partnership programs, so that you can have more flavors, better ingredients, and products that better fit your niche where you want to market the products. And of course, stockout situations, and this is the most asked question also in your submitted Q&A, submitted questions for the Q&A session. So what we're doing there is that, of course, we want to improve the communication. We want to show you our stock levels. It's not an easy endeavor to build. Eventually, the goal is that we would be able to live update the stock levels on your stores, but it would take a bit longer to implement. Short term, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, what we are doing, we are improving our communication channels through notifying, not just through email, but also on the Slack and other, not Slack, apologies, through the intercom chat and through our community, and be a bit more proactive and mentioning you in case there are some challenges for the stock that we are carrying. But to give a bit of a background, sometimes we are also put in front of the fact that, for example, I had a cadence of I've been ordering these products for the past 2 months myself, and clearly not doing a very good job, but trying my best. And you've just been put in the fact of circumstances that if the previous lead times of that supplier worked, then and our third priority this year is that apologies for a bit the sound disappearing, because something is happening with my mic. Again, this is I'm technically set this up myself, so again, I'm not a professional producer. But then last thing, and our third priority, hopefully we'll be able to achieve it, is to build a direct TikTok shop integration. Many of you are already selling through Shopify and then to TikTok, but we want to make it even more easier to publish products that our fulfillment times meet their standards, and there are no stockouts in these type of situations. So these are the three main building blocks that we are looking to do in the upcoming 3 months. And probably one of the parts that you've been waiting for the most is that explaining and talking about the recent challenges. And I'm ready to explain in more detail what happened, but in general, I'd say personally, I fucked up as a leader, as of this company. I take full responsibility for what happened throughout this process. I wasn't able to get enough resources to ensure that our team actually meets the demand that keeps growing. And over a long period of time, we accumulated the debt, which eventually caused these challenges that we are at today. And of course, there's never my intention, it's never our intention to hurt any of your businesses. And I've built an e-commerce brand, and it sucks, to be in that type of situation. But I want to communicate that we want to build tools. Our intentions are always the best. We want to build tools and have enough products so that you can have brands and scale brands as fast as possible. And there are no these type of situations. But so that you understand what we're dealing with here on a high level, it's not like we're sitting in a sofa and collecting your money hands behind our back and not caring. So a lot of things throughout this moving process to a new warehouse didn't go our way, and it was a bit of a bad luck and circumstances that of course should have been planned better, but we didn't. And number one thing is that we changed warehouses. Our addresses changed. We did everything in our power to inform all of our product suppliers that the address has been changed. But still, some of them shipped products to our old address. Then, we're not there anymore. Then we need to change the address, and then they take the products back to the distribution center. It takes another day, and suddenly you see 2 weeks and you have no products, and they've been constantly being shipped around this area, and we can't have them in stock to fulfill your orders. That's one thing. Another thing, what happened, one of our top suppliers had their own scaling challenges. So instead of the usual 2-week delivery times, their lead times were increased to 5 weeks. Affected everyone, you, us, but we were kind of sit in that position as well, and this is part of that growth process that we sometimes need to just bear with. And all these things, of course, cause massive chaos also on our end. So it's not just that you get pissed off and your customers get pissed off about the situation. And third aspect was that literally we just today got in all the labels that we ordered already end of the year, beginning of January. And what had happened there, pretty much that the supplier had bad weather. People couldn't get to the warehouse, produce the products, and they had icy roads or whatnot. We ordered, and now today we just received a full order of products. Again, should have had probably like 10 different backups, but look, we're learning. It's not to give any excuses. There are no excuses. It's just to show you that we also have challenges to ensure that the service is seamless and perfect, but at the same time, we're learning a lot, and we want this to be managed better. But sometimes we just don't have all the right answers. Sometimes we are just dealing with the circumstances that we have, and we're trying to do our best. And one thing that I noticed through the comments and many of you ask us, like, you literally want us to be Amazon. Like, the industry standard is 2-day deliveries, and why you don't have hubs across all of the states. Look, guys, Amazon is a freaking 30-year-old company with massive resources, both financial and human resources. We're freaking 2 years doing this. Before that, nobody's been doing this. And of course, there are challenges. But what I want to ensure that we are 100% mindful about those challenges, and we are doing our best to sort out through them. And eventually, we expect to receive or to achieve the level of Amazon. But to achieve that level of Amazon, we need extra funding to improve our operations, to grow our team, to make sure that all the ideas that we have are deployed in reality. And trust me, it's been extremely challenging, although with your support, the growth of this company has been staggering. Nobody even wants to invest. Since October, since mid of October, I've been talking to more than 150 investors. Some have expressed interest, but no one really, pulled the trigger. And we are operating on a day-by-day basis on extremely tight capital. We just raised 1.9 million. Very few companies achieve this type of growth in such short time with that little resources. Therefore, I have this idea. I wouldn't say many of you, but some of you as users have asked us whether there's a possibility to invest in Supliful. As well as some of our suppliers have expressed the interest to do investment in our company. I want to potentially experiment with a crowdfunding campaign to raise funding both through the community and our suppliers, as well as some of our investors, and to understand whether there is interest or any interest in this type of investment. I hear that I try to readjust my mic, but the problem is that it's going through my phone and it keeps connecting and disconnecting. So yeah, if you have interest, you can also send an email directly to me or reach out to me on LinkedIn. All right, now let's jump into the most important part of this live stream, which is answering all your questions. There were a lot of questions, and many of them were repeating. I went through all of your questions that you asked, and I hope I will be able to address all of them in this live stream. But in case some of your questions are not being addressed or something you want to ask additionally, you can add it in that Q&A Slido link, and we will be addressing those questions after this live stream and publishing them in our help center. All right, so now let's jump in. Number one, and most importantly, which I partly addressed in this in the sections I previously addressed, is the supply and shipping issues. So just to recap again, what we're doing to ensure that there's enough supply and that the fulfillment is timely. Number one, we have moved to a bigger warehouse, more space, more room for stock, more workstations, more people. But we have to understand that it sometimes takes a bit of time to ramp up where we are at today. We're strengthening our team. We're just added a supply chain manager with years of experience in the consumer packaged goods industry, as well as the on-demand production industry. And his main priority will be to ensure that there are no stockout situations. We are strengthening our fulfillment with the production partner programs by implementing the fulfillment processes at their manufacturing facility. What I didn't mention is that 2 are already live and 3 are in pipeline that we plan to launch by the end of March. And last but not least, we keep improving our inventory management system for better communication with our partners and eventually live stockout updates for you. Then the second most talked about topic is about product development and new requests for products. Before we introduce new products in our facility, we need to ensure again that there's enough supply of the existing products and the fulfillment is sound and robust. That's our number one priority. We know there are requests for different products, and you can continue to add your request in a submission form. We will distribute that submission form again after this call to all of you, so that you can keep adding your suggestions. We take a look at them, especially if there's more suggestions of the same product. We will be more than happy to introduce it on the platform. But to have a higher variety of products, it boils still back to this production partner program, where we will be deploying these hubs across the state and diversifying significantly our offering in the product catalog. The third biggest topic is stockout and stock level communication to ensure that there's some sort of a transparency in the stock and so that you're kind of not constantly put in front of a fact that we just run out of stock, sorry. So number one priority, we actually have to ensure that there are no stockouts, that products are constantly in stock. Therefore, we need and we are doing and increasing higher relationships with all of our suppliers, ensuring we have backup producers for top moving products, as well as these partnerships would production partnership programs would diminish the amount of stockouts and enable us to better manage these situations. Second, our data is becoming better. We are collecting more and more information about the demand side of our products, and also implementing algorithms to help us better predict the demand and how much products we actually need to order. At the end of the year, an extremely experienced data engineer joined our team, and he is currently working through these challenges. For communication in short term, what we will do in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we will improve stock level notifications or out of stock situations, both through intercom as well as through WhatsApp group and email, as well as we make sure that we are a bit more proactive towards really showing whether a product is planned to be out of stock in the coming weeks or months. Long term, the goal is to introduce a traffic light system where we would show you that a green, all good with stock, there's plenty of it, you can continue to sell, and it's safe. Yellow, that we're kind of running out, and it's in a bit of a apologies for the mic. And so yeah, this traffic light system, and as well as the plan is to actually push live stock levels to your stores, so that you don't have to remove them from out of stock. It would literally automatically update the stock levels in your Shopify store. It's a bit of a more long-term goal, but it's in our production pipeline. I cannot give you when exactly we would be able to deploy it. And the next section is about customer service and our product refunds. To be honest, going through those questions, a couple of them I will read. I think most of them don't apply to what we're doing here and what we stand for at Supliful. Because I explained throughout my previous speech that we are here to do everything in our power to ensure that you are able to build your own brands. Will there be fuck-ups? Yes, there will be fuck-ups. Because this is what happens when people do things, and do things that actually never existed before. But we will keep improving, we will keep growing and keep improving day by day to ensure a flawless service. So, for example, I totally disagree with this statement, and that's why I'm on this call, and that's why I have been on these calls and been openly communicating with you. For example, when are you going to learn some professional etiquette and treat your customers with respect, since they are the only reason you even have a business? Yes, they are the reason we have a business, exactly. And that's why I'm here talking with you directly. That's why I have been before talking with everyone directly. And that's why our customer support has been candid and answering to all of the questions that come in our way to the best of our ability. Are there improvements needed? For sure. That's no doubt about it. Second, there were a lot of one of our product, which specifically was a mushroom gummy. Yes, that was totally our fault. We had our best intentions, our mind. We didn't have the stock. We were looking for an alternative supplier that could rapidly produce it. He produced a shit product. Some of it we shipped out. It was my decision actually to do it. Probably not the best decision, but what I can say that we are still sitting on about 20,000 of that stock here in our warehouse, and we're not shipping it anywhere. We pretty much probably will be just trashing it, because yes, it's a bad product. And some of you mentioned that you don't receive any refunds. This is totally not true. If we fuck up on the product, if there's issues in the delivery or significant issues with the product itself, we always issue refund. We always issue refund. So if someone of you believe that you were not fairly reimbursed, please send email to Aline@supliful.com. She will go through all your orders, check it directly to your bank account or to or as Supliful credits. Some messages might slip through the cracks, but in general, if we fuck up, we own our mistakes and we issue refunds. This is totally not true. That's that. And then a lot of you have been asking about international shipping and the European Fulfillment Center. Yes, I'm aware that international shipping is extremely expensive, time-consuming. It's not efficient at all. We have been spending months in improving this. We're constantly figuring out new things, what works and what doesn't work. Regarding European fulfillment, it's nothing in our plans in the near future, not definitely this year. So our core focus will be still the US market, ensuring that here the service is stable and sound. And probably in the future, we will be looking into options of but currently this is nothing. So this is not something that is in our plans. Then there were a bunch of questions around whether we plan to have other products besides skincare, supplements, or packaged foods. Meaning that whether we would introduce like T-shirts or some fitness gear. So the short answer is no, we will not be doing that. And there are other print-on-demand companies that you are able to go to, integrate in your Shopify store, and launch products with them. However, what is in our product pipeline, which please note that the process is not set up, and I can't give a specific deadline when this will be implemented. We want to introduce inserts into your shipment packages, as well as for each of the category, enable you to brand an upsell product. And by that I mean, for example, for powder products like a shaker that you can brand with your own brand, or for pills and gummies, a pill organizer. The same thing goes for skincare, like skincare organizer. So the idea here is that you have just one little upsell that would serve as a constant reminder for your brand users that they actually need to stock back up, either it's a supplement or a skincare product. So these type of things we plan to do, but again, all these ideas and deployment require more resources, which we are currently working on to ensure that we have. And now I have a list of questions that I couldn't find in any type of group or category. So number one, do you feel it was right move to launch skincare when you're having difficulties managing your own supply of supplements? Yes, I think it's the right direction, because how we are doing it, again, we are doing this through our production partner program, and this enables us to be closer to the supplier, ensure there are no stockouts, and we can support them and deliver that demand that you guys are generating through us. Next question is, how do you suggest you as brand owners handle complaints when we take 6 weeks to ship a product that was supposed to ship in 3 to 5 days? Say things as are. Say bluntly the things as they are, and we offer them a refund. If you need to give a refund, you would notify us, and then this person wanted a refund, and we would refund you the money. Be always honest and upfront with your customers. Tell exactly what we tell you, that there are issues with the labels. Our production partner couldn't get that ready. And there will be people that will be, of course, pissed off. But at the same time, you will save your face, you'll be honest to them, and sometimes honesty is valued way more than coming up with some fake excuses. So then the next one is there a discount or priority service for sellers who sell over a certain tier? Yes, we have different tiers. If you enter that tier, we provide more advanced services where you could customize your packaging, also even customize ingredients, as well as access to volume discounts. These things have not been properly implemented in the website and visible on the platform. What are the tiers, how you can get there? But it's something, again, in our pipeline that we've just haven't been able to launch. Why isn't Supliful following the Fifo method? Fifo meaning first in, first out when it comes to orders. Generally, we are following that process. Could be that through updates of our fulfillment software, some things have changed or been affected. I've noticed that myself. For example, when one of our and when those were removed from on hold, actually not the oldest orders appeared on the top for the fulfillment team, but actually the ones that came in most recently. So that had caused some potentially issues. Yeah, this is a fun question. Why are you even trying to do this when you can't keep up with orders and keep screwing your own customers and just shrug it off? Close up shop. We don't shrug it off. We keep open communication with all of our users. We are extremely honest and transparent and say things as they are. And just last year, we enabled challenges. I think some things we have been able to do right. Now, here's a question of one of our direct competitors, Printify, coming into the consumer packaged goods space. What is our plan to stay competitive? Number one, it's really good that they're coming to the industry, to this category. They will bring awareness and just spur up the interest about the category. Second, we're constantly focused on ourselves, making sure that we provide the best products, making sure that there are no stockouts and the fulfillment is world class. So this is where our focus will lie, and making sure that we collect all the feedback our offering. Then there's a question about shipping. Show price with shipping, as there isn't as much margin as you claim. If we sell on other platforms, third-party platforms, they also take fees, which doesn't make pricing competitive. Yes, pricing improves with your scale as well, so there will be volume discounts. That's number one. I disagree that shipping fees affect your margin, because shipping fee should be something that you either bake into your markup for the product, or it's something you directly charge as a shipping fee from your consumers, from your brand purchasers. So basically, it should net out. Therefore, I disagree that we are showing the wrong prices and margins on the platform. Can we fix label printing issue like smudged ink and trapped air bubbles on products? Potentially, this is a one-by-one case. To be honest, we are not receiving many type of issues regarding our labels. Can they be improved? Yes, as everything can be improved. Do we want to improve them? Of course we want to improve them. But overall, we haven't seen this as a major issue. Do you have plans of adding additional product-related marketing services like photo and video subscription plans? Yes, we want to add more lifestyle images to the products so that you can easily push them to your Shopify stores. We are also launching, or it might actually be launched already today, a Supliful roadmap where it is an academy type of offer where we give you tools and then knowledge how to scale your own brand. As well as we have other ideas of digital products that we want to deploy to ensure that you guys can sell more products. Because again, that's the most important thing at the end of the day. If your business scales, our business scales at the same time. Are you planning on offering a way to customize bottles so we can align them better with our brands? Yes, our idea is that your product development happens in stages. Stage 1 is pretty much what you see is what you get on the Supliful platform. You customize the labels and you start selling the products. When you reach certain scale of about 20 to 30K revenue per month, we would help you to customize your own packaging. And stage 3 is where you would reach about 100K revenue per month, and we would help you customize your own product ingredients and create your own products. With some of our top sellers, this is already happening. Eventually, long term, the plan is that we would bring that stage 3 to level 1 or stage 1, where on demand with no MOQs, any one of you coming to the Supliful platform would be able to create their own unique products and start selling them instantly. Does the wholesale price lower when the number of sales increases? Yes, we have volume discounts, and those are being applied in an ad hoc basis currently to some of our top accounts, but it's something we will be integrating directly in the platform. To Amazon for FBA. So this is something that we are also doing actually. Some of our brands are shipping to FBA. So we prepare bulk orders. You purchase those bulk orders from us. We apply all those labels. We make sure that they comply with Amazon FBA. But it's more of a bulk process instead of an on-demand process. So we will prepare them for you and deliver off to Amazon. And then last but not least, are you going to be able to support one of us when one of us really taking off and will be there as a supplier? And the simple and short answer is yes. Because our goal and our mission from day one has been to enable 7-figure businesses on top of Supliful. And some of you have actually done it already. And we keep improving day by day everything that we talked about today, improving relationships with our suppliers, improving and having a clear communication with every single one of you that want to build on top of Supliful. And we just want to ensure that you guys grow. So unfortunately, the live chat wasn't working. I'm not sure why that happened. I hope I'll make it amendments for the next live stream when I go live. This is planned to be a quarterly thing, meaning every 3 months, I will address any type of questions you have. We got all the feedback that you provided to us. And my single most important thing I want you to take from this live stream, from this communication, sometimes we don't do a good job, but overall, this is where we want to grow Supliful into. So I thank you all for joining this call. I really hope you got more clarity on what is happening, and I wish every one of you success in building your own brands. And we will keep supporting you and making sure that you build your own 7-figure businesses. Thank you all, and then see you at the next one. Bye.